dude.
What was that?
Oh my god! No way!
Is it? Are you following? Please do. Fun friends. Fun friends. YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. Okay. Gonna be popular now. Yep.
Really? I don't know. I'm not gonna keep quiet. I'm not gonna keep quiet.
Sorry about your coffee.
Hey, you scared me. Not bad. Oh.
You got the.
Oh,
Okay. Thanks. Thanks.
Is the question. Okay, thank you very much. As well as their battle with Manchester City in the title race, Arsenal have, of course, made it.
Premier League appearance for Chelsea. And it looks like Mark Cucurella. It's the sun's out. Sun in the face of Philip.
Liverpool sit correct.
No song between on the top of the goalkeeper, but Jane will still be disappointed not to have got a little closer to that. Here comes Chelsea. Cucurella. Arriving at the back post, Malagusto did well to get there. Van Dijk and Canate both went for it together. Liverpool breathed a sigh of relief to get that one away.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Pedro got caught in a Liverpool sandwich then. Canate and Van Dijk.
There have been 3 times this season when Chelsea have come back to win in the Premier League after conceding the opening goal. Can't draw the phone there on how fragile and brittle their confidence is. Interesting to see quite how rattled Chelsea will be after that Ryan Gravenberch opener. Szoboszlai. Challenge by Hato. Colwell to Kukurea. Straight through João Pedro to hold off Canate. Kukurea on the prowl here, and he's unfortunate there, but a top spin on the pass and it just bounced away from him.
Yeah, I'm just enjoying watching Fernandez already because he's finding the space. He's making some very good movement, but this is the earlier cross that Gusto tried to set up for João Pedro, but with the two big boys at the back for Liverpool, he was never going to get something clean on it.
Very brave from Virgil van Dijk, throwing his head right into the danger zone there. Now this is Frimpong, full clearance. Three in the middle for Jeremy Frimpong, and it comes off Hato for Liverpool's first corner there. It's not been the most resolute start from Philip Jorgensen here at Anfield.
I mean, he had all the room in the world all the time in the world to just knock it long downfield, and he failed to do so. And he'll be a little nervous until this is seen off, if so.
Virgil van Dijk got the winner recently in the Merseyside derby. That was a header for the corner. Chelsea, who have conceded 11 Premier League goals this season from corner kicks. Jones back to Szoboszlai. Canate aims it for Van Dijk. What a clear-cut opportunity. Unmarked on the back post. Liverpool could have made it too.
It's never the easiest thing to execute when it's kind of swung in this fashion. He's certainly onside. There's no doubt about it. Fernandez breaks away from him. And I'm just wondering, did he knock it into the ground? Or was it straight over? I mean, it's never as easy as it might look, I can assure you, on that. But he felt he should have done better.
Doesn't score many with his feet, Van Dijk. Over the years, 33 goals for Liverpool, 30 of them have been headers. Definitely worth another look at this. Enzo Fernandez, who was trying so hard to get out, left Van Dijk in that dangerous position. Virgil van Dijk, who is the highest scoring Liverpool defender in Premier League history. He overtook Sami Hyypiä in that regard earlier on this season. Here's Kerkez, Liverpool winning the 50-50 battles at the moment. Now the electric 17-year-old Rio Ingamoa. Towards Frimpong. Szoboszlai leaves it for McAllister. This is Jones. Liverpool fans very pleased with what they're seeing in the early stages here today.
Well, it's just something different, you know. It's an extra injection of energy you get from Ingamoa, and the crowd are backing him all the way.
Rio Ingamoa, who used to be in Chelsea's academy as a child. He was part of the Chelsea youth system from the ages of 8 to 14. Kerkez. Very little high press from Chelsea. This is Frimpong. Jones. Under pressure from Kukurea. Jones. Better for Andre Santos there leading into Alexis McAllister. Karate. McAllister made the run with the pass over stop from Virgil van Dijk.
Yeah, covered by Colwell.
Fofana. Crusader. Chelsea trying to settle.
Callum McFarland's got another headache.
Yes, the firefighter. Thrown in again to try and quell the flames. He's inherited a dressing room that is low on confidence. Goals of Joe Pedro, one of the few bright spots for Chelsea at the moment.
Yeah, well, he ended the drought last week with a very good overhead kick against Forest.
Disappointing pass from Colwell, who you can expect to be rusty. Jacques, McAllister, looking expansively towards Frimpong. The defender is Hato. Soboslai. First goal scorer Gothenburg. It's full in the soul of the moment for Liverpool. They're showing wide open spaces.
Yeah, I mean, you would have thought Liverpool would have more of the possession. It's only just at this moment in time, but the attempts look a little more important.
Chelsea have only scored one goal in their last 5 Premier League games. Robinson to Fofana. Liverpool trying to pin Chelsea in here. Palmer under pressure from McAllister, but fouled by Argentina. Free kick to Chelsea. Craig Porson in charge today. He was also the referee when these sides met in the FA Cup final back in 2022.
PRANKS. YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. Yep.
Bridges scored today means that Chelsea have conceded 9 times now in the opening 10 minutes of Premier League games this season. Only Burnley have conceded more in the first 10. Arsenal, who today is named the youngest Liverpool team that he has started in the Premier League this season. It's the youngest Liverpool team in the league for over 2 years, actually. Kickers. Stopped by Malo Gusto. Soboslai nearly intercepted that. Although Enzo. Palmer. Chelsea trying to move through the gears.
Yeah, I mentioned Fernandes earlier. He's always trying to make that run nice and early in a move, and inevitably he gets on it somehow.
Seems a little bit frustrated there. He wanted Palmer to make a run for him. He's waving his arms in that direction. It's Casado. Cut out by Ingeborg. Kirkes gets away with a weak touch. Ingeborg, who's so confident, really backs himself in that sort of position. That's the best we've seen from Chelsea today.
That's really smart goalkeeping, because you know it looked at one stage as if the weight was good on this, but having gone through his legs, he couldn't quite get the pace to beat Mamardashvili.
Jones, was he caught by Kukurea? He was. Free kick to Liverpool. Curtis Jones, who scored against Chelsea last season when these sides met here at Anfield. Leon Gomar, who scored in the winner with Fulham, that was 2 home league games ago now. Kirkes challenged by Fafana. 20 minutes in, and as they do at this stage of every home game, Liverpool fans remember their old number 20, and never to be forgotten, Diogo Jota. Seriously, Ross Kirkes just holding it uncomfortably after that challenge from Fafana.
Yeah, no yellow card, but the referee has obviously noted that for future references with Fafana.
Just to put into context quite how bad Chelsea's current run of league form is. 6 Premier League defeats in a row. The last time Liverpool lost 6 league games in a row was all the way back in 1912. Although sweeping across there to get close to Jeremy Frimpong.
I was able to get 2 channels running, and I was literally stuck.
Picks out Gravenberch. Away from Kukurea.
Making that boy matches.
Very glued to his feet. McAllister. Gakpo. Not allowed to turn, so he was offside anyway. The flag rises, snap walks the assistant to the far side.
I think the ball may have come up and hit him on the arm at one stage. Ginola did well actually to retain possession here. Although he might have had Caicedo's help. Yeah, there's a little touch with his hand.
Already showing his dribbling skills in the game today.
I'm hungry. Oh yeah, because it's
Surely Liverpool fans really pleased to see him in the starting 11. He's been protected by Al-Islam. He is of course still so young, but every time he plays, that reputation just grows and grows.
We've spoken about the fact that he backs himself, not in an arrogant way. You know, he's just determined to do as much as he can to achieve whatever he can in the game in the future. He's got a great attitude.
Such talents amongst the Chelsea ranks, the likes of Enzo Fernandez and Cole Palmer. As a collective, Chelsea struggling to harness that talent to the moment. Gravenberch. Van Dijk. He's left the opposite last night. He thought he could always behind.
But it's just outside,
For
man.
Santos.
Why you never play it in young and it got to be coming? The offense and get alone.
Levi Colwell, great to see him back on the pitch again, having picked up a serious knee injury pre-season. Before Monday, his last Chelsea appearance had been in the Club World Cup final in the United States last summer. His Chelsea debut a few seasons back was in a game against Liverpool. So in some respects, this is back to where it all began, for the Chelsea blue.
I mean, for him, he's trying to rediscover his fitness, his top match fitness, but he also wants to be in that lineup for the FA Cup final.
Karate, hoping the ball goes out of its own position, and it just about managed to shepherd it. Just one of the attempts of Mark Cucurella to nibble from behind.
Well, credit to Mark Cucurella because he's half his size. I mean, there's never a wrestling match he was going to win. He got the big man down.
Liverpool's second last home game of the season. Karate caught by John Pedro just as he played the pass. The referee was satisfied there wasn't a foul. Here's Enzo Fernandez. Caicedo. Fofana to Gusto. Andre Santos. Ingeborg back to help out Jacques. Between them, the pair of them in two possession, and then there's a foul by Malo Gusto and a free kick to Liverpool.
Kerker's relieved. It's kind of looked as if he lost possession. The foul was given.
Driven by Caicedo. Cucurella. Dyke. Into by Enzo Fernandez. And this is Hato. Caicedo. It's Cucurella onside. Stealing in behind the Liverpool defence. It's a shot on target despite the narrow angle. Malo Gusto trying to keep things alive, but Virgil van Dijk with a clearance.
We've seen that from Chelsea 2 or 3 times on that left-hand side with those little runs in behind, whether it be Cucurella, whether it be João Pedro. They're gaining some ground on that side.
More attacking role today for Mark Cucurella. He's still never scored an away goal for Chelsea. Anytime he's from the back of the net, it has been Stamford Bridge. Here's Coppola. Caicedo. Palmer. Colwell. Just follow up the field as he's come today. Enzo Fernandez. Blocked away by Frimpong. Chelsea keen to get on with it quickly. Caicedo. Liverpool fans urging their team to get a bit closer to Chelsea here. So Santos, Fofana, now Gusto.
Yeah, and that's not a surprise. I mean, I think Chelsea have settled down. They looked a bit nervy for me at the start, but now their confidence seems to have grown and they're enjoying much more possession.
YouTube, TikTok.
Step on intelligence of Rio Igaloa. Gusto did well to recover there actually. There's Cruzeiro. Liverpool fans can sense that Chelsea are having a better spell here. With the sixth of grumblings around Anfield about it. Cruzeiro. Cucurella. Cruzeiro looking for Cucurella again. What a brilliant pass that was! And all he could do was trust it down to Mamardashvili. But that was weighted to perfection by the Ecuadorian.
I mean, this is brilliant from Caicedo. Just kind of head up, straight away, just flicked it over the top. And it's difficult to get it under control near your body. Had he done so, he might have been able to squeeze it past Mamardashvili, but Chelsea getting closer.
Not for the first time, Marc Cucurella gets in behind Liverpool's back four. Here he is again, the Spaniard. Nutmeg on Szoboszlai by Enzo Fernandez. Coleman. Cut by Szoboszlai, a bit frustrated there. Free kick to Chelsea.
And that was the earlier motion we saw from Cucurella when he actually went for goal, because he didn't have the support quickly enough.
Hato to Cucurella again. Blocked away off Konate, who's appealing with the last touch there. Actually came off Cucurella. But the on-field decision from Craig Paulson is that this is a corner. Off Konate, back off Cucurella.
Back off.
This would be controversial if it led to a goal.
Back off his left boot.
Gusto. Palmer. Santos trying to just shift it onto Cucurella. Here's Hato. Very good spell this from Chelsea. They'll be disappointed not to get either attempt on target or the other.
And you know, I mean, we're not seeing anything too complex from Cucurella. He's just running forward. He's just using his pace to get in behind. And if the timing of the pass is right, which it has been on 3 or 4 occasions, he's going to benefit.
Chelsea certainly getting Cucurella involved a lot. An actual full-back playing as a winger, and he's seen a lot more of the ball in this first half than, for example, Jeremy Frimpong, who's playing the sort of mirror image position. Ingamoa to McAllister. The defenders for Fofana, the space here for Konate.
Just listen to the displeasure. I mean, Liverpool are 1-0 up, but this Anfield home crowd are not happy at the way they've just kind of dropped back and got behind the ball. And I think that goes to the fragility we've seen from Liverpool throughout the campaign.
Free kick to Liverpool following Konate by Caicedo. Somerset's first season in charge was a masterpiece, but this time around there have been cracks in the canvas, and how relieved Liverpool are that they've got this early goal from Ryan Gravenberch today.
I mean, it's a fabulous hit for him. It's tremendous. I remember saying early this season he should have a pop more often. Maybe on his best day, Jorgensen gets something on that.
17th time this season that Liverpool have scored a goal from outside the penalty area. So all competitions. Mamardashvili completely skews the clearance, and Liverpool at the moment not very comfortable in their league.
Yeah, and while Chelsea were getting behind the ball early on for fear of maybe conceding a second, all of a sudden now there's a high press from them.
McFarlane must be disappointed that his team didn't start this way. Early lostness proved to be very costly. Cody Gakpo there, who scored at Old Trafford last weekend, his first goal since February. Chelsea haven't had too many attacking set-piece opportunities today.
Oh, Gakpo hasn't seen that much of the ball.
Enzo Fernandez. Oh, it's a clean ball in his hand. He carried all the way through. The Argentinian is going to claim this one. We'll have a look to see who might have got the final touch. Was it Wesley Fofana? Chelsea are back on level terms. And they will feel that the last 10 minutes of play here has seen them deserve this one.
It is merited. I mean, Chelsea have been punching holes in Liverpool's back four for the last 15-20 minutes or so. And on this occasion, it's just a case of, is somebody going to get a touch on it? And I don't think Fofana did, because he started pointing straight away at Enzo Fernandez. No, he's not helping it on its way. It's just one of those that's the keeper's rooted because he thinks there's going to be a touch from Fofana he'll have to react to, and he's not ready to stop it from going in the far corner.
Chelsea smiles, Enzo Fernandez celebrates with Wesley Fofana. Enzo, who has been Chelsea's second highest scorer this season. Wesley Fofana, who hasn't scored at all this campaign. They can argue amongst themselves, but the most important thing is that Chelsea have got this back to 1-1. And now Liverpool need to get their act together. Enzo Fernandez taking on Van Dijk. Scooping it back for Cucurella and for Caicedo. Here's João Pedro. It's a great turn for the Brazilian. Still alive for Cucurella. Ingemoa covering Gusto. Chelsea on top now. Malo Gusto. Kills the face of Van Dijk. And they set us blocked by Ingemoa.
Yeah, and Liverpool just happy to get it out of their box and into the opposition half. But whereby Liverpool were dominating things in midfield earlier on, Chelsea have now taken over.
Enzo Fernandez, who has been awarded the Chelsea goal by the Premier League, so they're putting it down as the goal scorer. It's 14 in all competitions now for the Argentinian. Scores against Liverpool for the second campaign in a row.
Yeah, the giveaway was when Fofana started pointing at him as if to say, it's yours, not me.
So a break in play here, and chance to have maybe a more forensic look as to who might have got the last touch here.
No, there is no touch.
It's been all Chelsea for the last 10-15 minutes now. Liverpool's early start has not been built upon. Palmer. Chelsea, who haven't won the Premier League since the 4th of March. It's a good ball. Enzo Fernandez, a sight of goal, and a good save by Namidashvili. Liverpool hanging on the moment. Curtis Jones collided unintentionally with the referee, Craig Dawson.
Well, we've just seen another very good Chelsea chance, and I mean, this has been the case all season. You know, Liverpool too open defensively and just making it too easy for their opposition. That's another good stop from Namidashvili.
pressure from Fofana. It is Enzo Fernandez goal. And look at this, Fofana pointed to Enzo Fernandez. It's you, it's your goalie, Chelsea's going.
And you know, despite the chance we've just seen for Chelsea there, I mean, their touches in the opposition box are very high in comparison to their hosts.
Liverpool painting here. Curtis Jones. Locked up possession. The wish should have got it away. Here's Cole Palmer. Palmer trying to get it through. Joe Pedro unable to help it onwards. Chelsea still winning the 50-50 tackles. Frimpong, anyone will do, and he's quite grateful to get the goal kick there. Liverpool, who have now conceded more goals from set pieces this season than any previous Premier League campaign.
Yeah, well, I mean, they've just gone from 17 to 18, but with 17, it was the most in the Premier League this season anyway.
Defending set pieces has been a big problem for Arne Slot. Well, the history books are written about the demise from being champions a year ago to where Liverpool find themselves now. And the manner of how they defend set pieces is going to be a big part of the narrative.
Yeah, early on in this half, the stadium was calm, smiley. It's changed an awful lot since. It's quite anxious right now. Again.
Jones. Gakpo. Feels a long time since Liverpool had a few passes inside the Chelsea half, and Frimpong had just about managed to keep that one in play. Starting from Gakpo, Frimpong, challenged by Colwell. Liverpool are not going to get the corner. It's a goal kick to Chelsea.
I mean, it's very good defending by Colwell for starters. That looked as if it came off the boot of Frimpong, so this seems the right decision.
YouTube, TikTok.
So Liverpool's early goal, which came just 5 minutes, 10 seconds into this nationwide Gravenberch. Sometimes in football you can score a little too early in a match. Any suspicion for Liverpool fans that this will be a walk in the sunshine today, that has proven to be very premature. Kirkes. Ingeborg. So difficult to shove off the ball, isn't it? That low centre of gravity. Fouled.
Yeah, I think it was from Gusto originally, but the referee let it go.
Leo Ingeborg, who provided the assist for the Ryan Gravenberch goal earlier. Yeah, Frimpong. Hampton gets there first. McAllister. Again, there's no way through for Liverpool.
Yeah, and that's just a reflection of what we were talking about a few moments ago, Connor. You know, how Chelsea have turned this around, and right now Callum McFarlane's got to be extremely pleased.
12 months ago, Chelsea finished in the top 4. They won the Europa Conference League this month last year. Liverpool were celebrating more than anyone that glorious Premier League win, which was wrapped up in April of last season. Two clubs who all seem to be going in the right direction. Two clubs now puzzled at the predicaments they currently find themselves in. Callum McFarland, who came in as temporary caretaker after Enzo Maresca left in January. And now after the very short tenure of Liam Senior, McFarland finds himself back in that caretaker role for the second time this campaign. Final minute of regulation time in the first half at Anfield. Another misplaced Liverpool pass. More groans from the call.
I guess, Connor, if you want to sum up Liverpool's season with one word, it's setback. They've had too many of them.
Palmer, nice lead. Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Santos eluded impressively by Rio Gamora. 2 minutes to be added on for stoppages ahead of the break here at Anfield. Chelsea winning back position so much more effectively now. This is Curtis Jones.
Yeah, Caicedo and Santos.
Szoboszlai, see what he's trying to do, wanted to release Frimpong. Cucurella. Szoboszlai still battling. But ultimately fouling Caicedo, free kick to Chelsea. All the Liverpool players this season, Dominic Szoboszlai has kept the high standards, arguably better than anyone. And he's trying to, with love those standards, to be contagious amongst the rest of the teammates. Chelsea's form has actually been better this season away from home than maybe their league position would suggest. Only 3 Premier League teams have earned more points in their league travels this campaign. A turn from Gravenberch. Gakpo. Almost for Frimpong. There is the whistle for half-time, and a few groans and mumbles around Anfield. It all started so well for the home team. Ryan Gravenberch thundering in the opening goal with just over 5 minutes on the clock. But it was a lead that Liverpool could not hold on to. Enzo Fernandez from a free kick. Leads the scoreline at half-time. Liverpool 1, Chelsea 1.
All straight going into half-time then, and this battle at Anfield. Liverpool came flying out of the starting blocks with a stunning goal from Ryan Gravenberch just 6 minutes in. That gave them the early lead, but Chelsea clawed their way back into the match. Fernandez finding the equaliser for them. Plenty to talk through with John and Gary. We'll get from them after the break.
With the Discovery Bank card, you'll find there's more inside. There's deep crisp green and sun-kissed orange, glossy red and salmon pink. There's a crack of comfort and a burst of bliss. Natural and nourishing, freshness and flavour. There's more to choose and more to delight. With up to 75% back on the healthy food you love. Because it's a Discovery Bank card, and the goodness is inside. hottest exclusive casino games with Betway.
Our fuel goes in money cars and yummy cars. It goes in cars that carry people, and in cars that carry cars that carry cars. So no matter what you drive, ride or fly, we have the right fuel for you. Choose Astron Energy Core-Tech fuel for your drive today. 4-in-1 technology in every drop for every engine. With over 854 quarts in the next few years, we are South Africa's next biggest fuel brand. Welcome to Astron Energy.
Come on, Roland Garros, it's a love story.
The never-ending pursuit to greatness only on Supersport.
Upgrade to premium for all the Roland Garros action. Live on your World of Champions.
What do you think, my boy? It's great.
Yeah, but I'm good.
Inspired by Brazil Racing, the new Corolla Cross GR Sport, filled with thrills.
There's never been a better time to switch to Supersport Gold. Get 250 bonus spins with your first deposit. Whether you love the excitement of slots, the strategy of table games, or the thrill of live casino action, Supersport Bet has it all. Claim 250 bonus spins plus 100% first deposit match up to 5,000 Rand. Switch to supersportbet.com. T's and C's apply.
And action-packed first 35 minutes at Anfield, and it's Liverpool 1, Chelsea 1 at the break. Let's get straight into it, because Liverpool were quick out of the starting blocks and early goal.
Absolutely, a great start from Liverpool. We thought that would have settled them down. We were talking about Somerset's shooting, and we thought maybe they were only 6 yards away, so we were going to call it. And if we take it, good job we did it. Because here you can see, as the ball's now played into Gavin Burns, Chelsea got lots of people back, but they're not that quickly enough to stop it. And goalkeeper will be a bit disappointed. Great, I mean, it's a great strike, but it's quite in the middle of the goal. And here you can see Chelsea got lots of men back. And, you know, Gary was talking about his scanning, as he keeps looking to his right-hand side there, Gary.
I love this, he must scan 5-6 times. He's got a vision of what he's going to do with the ball. Touch out of his feet, it allows him to get a shot off. But I feel like he visualised that the whole time.
Yeah.
He pulls off the defender, he's in the space, scanning, give me the ball, touch is perfect. And the finish is great, like you said, the goalkeeper will be disappointed, but take nothing away from that forward play.
Chelsea fans, you see both Chelsea conceded, but they have enough men back there. Even against Brighton, they've got people back there, but they're not really closing down quickly enough. As Santos wasn't quick enough to close down, and he conceded with a great strike, but he's not in the top corner, so the keeper will be a bit disappointed. Then maybe if he took a step before he actually went for it. And really, you can see, obviously, opening goals that they conceded.
In the
25-26 in the opening 10 minutes. But they responded really well, you know, surprisingly.
That's the most in the club's Premier League history.
Yeah.
And it actually could have been worse because Virgil van Dijk had a golden chance.
It could have been, and this was the opportunity for Liverpool. You know, Chelsea are struggling, go 1-0 up. You know, Virgil had a great opportunity. The goalback could have had a touch. We saw a defender scoring a goal early on in the penalty box. And unfortunately, I mean, he gets a good strike, but he kicks it into the ground. As you can see, he actually kicks it down into the ground. Had it been a header, I'm sure he would have scored, so that would have made it 2-0. But they allowed Chelsea to come back in. They didn't manage the game well enough. You're 1-0 up, you manage the game. But they allowed Chelsea to dominate possession. have more chances, and Chelsea have been the better side. Well worth their equaliser.
At that point in time, at 1-0 and with that chance for Virgil, you're probably thinking, oh, this is going to be a pretty easy afternoon for Liverpool. But Chelsea, as John said, they grew into the game.
It looked that way, didn't it, to start off with a sloppy start by Chelsea, but yeah, the positive thing is they reacted and finished the better of the two teams for sure. We're just going through some opportunities here. I mean, they managed to control the game a little bit more, and down that right-hand side for Liverpool, they've had a few issues. The Cucurella's got in there once or twice, another one here. He pops it off and makes that run in a similar space. It's a fantastic pass, to be fair. Just gets away from him on his first touch there, but
you know, you have Curtis Jones playing right back, who's a midfield player. I mean, possession, he's very good in those areas, but he's not an orthodox right back. So I think they're targeting in to out, and obviously this is the equaliser where, you know, it's a I think it's poor defending from Liverpool, because you can't have a free kick going in that low. It goes over, but it goes through, and you can see that I think Andre Santos gives Gravenberch a bit of a shove to allow the ball to come in virtually all the way along the ground, but you can't have a ball that low going in past everybody to run back.
yeah, it's a corner. He comes across, doesn't he? He just blindsides him, and I think although he showed after he didn't touch it, he played a huge part in that goal, because if he hadn't have made the contact, I think Gravenberch would clear that. So it was a very important little shoulder, and obviously at that moment the goalkeeper can't react until he sees if he made the touch or not, and in case it was too late. But look at the set-piece goals conceded here, John, for Liverpool. That's a little bit alarming.
Well, to be honest with you, I mean, look at the amount of set-piece goals that have been scored by everybody this year. You talk about Arsenal and stuff like that. So I think a lot of teams are now concentrating on set-pieces. So the defending, probably historically in the Premier League, we don't score many goals from set-pieces. We want to play open football and play great, good-looking football. Whereas now, people are concentrating on set-pieces. So there are a lot of set-pieces goals going on.
So Enzo Fernandez with the equaliser from the set-piece. Chelsea could have had a second. But look at this chance from Enzo.
Yes, so yeah, Fernandez's chance here. I mean, I think he does everything right in terms of he waits. It's a good contact. It's obviously straight down the middle and ultimately good save. But again, down in that area, they're targeting that. Yes,
Curtis Jones is not an orthodox right back. Curtis has to understand, as Gary will tell you, you know, the ball you want the ball to be played outside to the winger, not inside. So Canate and Curtis Jones, the distances are too far apart. But first that was Gary who'd have been pulling him alongside and protecting him.
Well, we've heard of a game of two halves. I think this is a half of two halves, because Liverpool started the brighter. They got the early goal. They were on top, could have had a second on the Slotsman, but Chelsea have found a way back, and then they could have led as it stands, all square at the break. Lots for the managers to do. Second half after this.
Movement that inspires. Introducing the Personal Health Fund. Get healthier and earn up to 12,500 Rand to keep you match fit. Rewarding health like no other. Only on Discovery Health Medical Scheme.
It's a love story.
The never-ending pursuit to greatness only on Super Sports.
Upgrade Ultra Premium for all the Roland Garros action, live on your World of Champions.
If Outsurance can't save you money on your car insurance, ask them for 500 Rand cash. But Nathan, you've been claim-free and with the same insurer for 3 years, so you can ask them for 1,500 Rand. So Nathan, what's it going to take to get you to make that call? Now you're talking. Savings or cash, you just can't lose. Go to outsurance.ca or call 0600 60,000 now for a quote.
Creating an unforgettable experience, crafted in the heart of France, an embodiment of excellence. Voted best cognac in the world, the Cognac Masters London. Honor cognac above all else. Introducing the new Honor VSOP Platinum Cognac, an internationally award-winning icon of French luxury. Crafted from the world's finest cognacs, this luxurious blend is aged for years in French limousine oak casks, resulting in the ultimate VSOP. Honor VSOP Platinum. Taste the legacy.
Everybody's talking about the troublemakers, Our featured match at Goal Rush sees Sunderland at the Stadium of Light welcome Manchester United. That's kicking off a little bit later on. Sunderland in 12th, Manchester United in 3rd place. But it's all action underway, half-time at Anfield, 1-1 between Liverpool and Chelsea. Big second half coming up for both. Gary, what would you like to see from Chelsea?
Well, the same in terms of the latter part of the first half. I think the momentum for Chelsea, they went in the break and at the better of the two sides. So more of the same in terms of the momentum. I'm sure the Anfield faithful will be looking for a reaction from that Liverpool team. A few moments and grows towards the end of that first half from the Anfield crowd.
Yeah, they certainly were. Just looking at the subs, which is up on screen right now, from Liverpool.
Not from Liverpool side. I mean, he's actually not 100% fit, and I won't say uninspiring, but I don't think it's up to the team that's on there to change it themselves. I don't think that's any substitutes.
Well, as it is 1-1, big second half for both of these two sides. We send you back to our commentary team at Anfield. There's Jim Beglin and Conor McNamara.
Well, there are no changes in personnel over half-time. We resume with the same complement of players that become the match today. Liverpool only had 3 shots in the first half. The slot will be demanding. Which feels a bit of a crossroads in a few different respects after the disappointment of Old Trafford last weekend. If Liverpool were to lose here, it would lead to a real despondency. Chelsea trying to scratch this itch of what's been such a disappointing run of consecutive Premier League defeats.
I've been bowling. So guys, see it now.
Szoboszlai to Kirkers. Good interception by Malo Gusto. Cross comes Virgil van Dijk. Gravenberch. Good touch there from Szoboszlai. Liverpool attacking the top end in this second half. Playing into the sun. Football. Liverpool want a free kick, they're going to get it. Gave himself the meat to the sandwich there. Jeremy Frimpong. He's one of the players that Arneslot will want to see more out of in this second period now.
Not a dissimilar position to where Fernandez scored from in the first half.
Someone's there smiling at this suggestion from some of the crowd he should try a shot from here. Plenty to aim at. Delivery from Szoboszlai, header from McAllister, and he couldn't get it down. Alexis McAllister, who has scored 2 goals in the Premier League this season. And 2 goals in the league since the day of Liverpool won the title by beating Spurs in April of last year.
Yeah, I mean, he just made a little movement and got ahead of the ball and couldn't wrap it around it enough to steer it on target.
Beautiful day weather-wise on Merseyside. There had been rain earlier on this morning, but it was all cleared. Very much the feel of summer football at Anfield today. Oh, Philip Jorgensen just about deluding Szoboszlai. Last weekend Liverpool benefited from Manchester United errors for both of their goals at Old Trafford, mistakes by Ahmad and by Sidney Lommans. But Jorgensen was able to keep his cool. It's a good ball again, and Cucurella is in again, and João Pedro, and Cole Palmer, and Chelsea take the lead! It's his first goal since the start of March! Liverpool's disappointing day has suddenly got a whole lot worse.
I thought it could have been finished earlier before Palmer found the back of the net. But just watch this. Frimpong allows Cucurella to make the run. Now, whether this is going to be deemed offside, we'll have to wait and see, but Frimpong gets badly caught. And then I'm thinking, it's just a tap in for João Pedro. Van Dijk got there, and of course, it was knocked right into the path of Palmer from the goalkeeper, and he tucked it away beautifully. Now it all comes down to this.
The video assistant today is Tony Harrington, aided by Eddie Smart, and they are going to advise the referee that this goal should be disallowed. Cucurella in behind the last defender, and Liverpool maybe get away with one there. Cole Palmer denied his goal.
I'm just listening to the chants behind me. The whole ground is actually trying to get the team moving. But the shouts I can identify are wake up.
Long ball from Kanata. Can Liverpool get Gakpo into this a bit more? Have to look at the cool nerves to notch it back to Jorgensen. Enzo Fernandez, score of Chelsea's goal that did stand. Frimpong increasingly feeling the heat from Cucurella. Safety first for Liverpool's number 30 there. Back to Curtis Jones on that right hand side. Pedro, Cole Palmer. Chelsea fans streaming for a free kick. Strong challenge, Andre Santos on Cody Gakpo. And McAllister goes in through. Chelsea at the moment are rolling up their sleeves and really getting stuck in. Thinks we take it quickly. Enzo Fernandez. João Hutto. Palmer. Uncertain first touch for Cole Palmer. Maybe an opportunity for Liverpool to counter-attack here. Suppose to Ingamoa, urged on by the cop. Ingamoa to Gakpo, who I don't think was expecting that. And it's a disappointing end to a promising build-up from Liverpool.
Yeah, very disappointing end. I just wonder whether Arne Slot is kind of thinking now about the fact that he might bring Isak into the game.
Suppose losing top, so crashes back. Look at ourselves again when I had Jim.
Well, Chelsea have been outrun by every single opponent in the Premier League this season. Apart from this, they're slightly ahead.
Frimpong just about got past Colwell, but couldn't get any power of a shot. Jeremy Frimpong, who's still waiting for his first Premier League goal. Down goes Palmer, followed by Kirkes. Any touch at all, that is going to be a Chelsea free kick. Luca Colwell, having so recently returned from injury, though it appeared to be just slightly concerned at the moment. Decision might be required here for Kevin McFarlane. You can imagine Colwell will be really keen to stay on, having had such a long duration on the sidelines.
Spot on, and the fact that next week is also very important to be in that starting 11.
This very next week, Chelsea will be in Wembley in London to take on Manchester City in the FA Cup final. And they have ball down to Santos there, reverses play on, Ingamoa. Challenged by Gusto, it's foul for McAllister. He's rolled up his socks for the second half.
He's got to be careful he doesn't overdo it. He's getting a little feisty in the second half, McAllister. I mean, that is a bit wild.
Full contact on the ball, which is key for Alexis McAllister there. Now, Curtis Jones. Liverpool's passing continues to cause them problems. Here's João Pedro, smuggling into it for Cucurella. McAllister again, who's back to make the challenge. Now, it's a one-man revival here. He's trying to awaken Liverpool from their slumber, and McAllister's been everywhere in recent minutes.
Yeah, I mean, the crowd really appreciate what he's doing, and he's trying to set the example in the second half to be a little more aggressive and get after Chelsea. Certainly doing that.
That's the grit, that's the determination that Liverpool need more of. Arne Slot's team have won the fewest tackles of all Premier League teams this season, which I'm sure is a big embarrassment to them. We haven't played 10 minutes yet in the second half. Palmer. Gusto. Casado. Back to Palmer. Leo Ingamoa wins the ball back fairly. And here he goes. Take it down by Mauro Gusto. That is a free kick for Liverpool. Excellent from the 17-year-old.
Yeah, it's tremendous. And just listen to the whole stadium singing his name right now, Rio.
Reece James, who is back amongst the Chelsea replacements today after a long absence. He may be one of the options to replace Levi Colwell should Chelsea's number 6 be unable to continue. Cucurella trying his best to shut this down. Gravenberg, delicate touch, Szoboszlai. Kirkes and Fofana clutch into each other, and it's Caicedo who comes away. Real energy to the second half at Anfield. Cucurella. Now Joao Pedro. Two teams who believe that from this position they can each go on and win this.
Yeah, I mean, it was almost from Curtis Jones back at it to Cucurella, but Cucurella did very well to hold him up.
Both who believe they can win it, both who would be very disappointed to lose this match from here. So Santos. So Fernandes, Curtis Jones got good and close. Liverpool get it back again. Tradition into double virtue. Caicedo, Liverpool play on. Frimpong. Szoboszlai. Gakpo. Jones! That's a brilliantly worked goal! Flag goes up. And Liverpool's celebrations are immediately curtailed. Lovely flow to this attack, but the offside flag was raised.
Yeah, more disappointment, and it's because you can see Cody Gakpo is just taking that step on his left side, and he is offside.
Similar margin of offside when Chelsea were up for Cucurella down the other end for the goal that was disallowed for Cole Palmer. And now Cody Gakpo offside. So Curtis Jones is denied what will be the first Premier League goal in a year and a half for him.
I mean, he went on an adventurous run, didn't he? That took him right into the 6-yard box, Jones.
The pass has been showing more strength in midfield. Jones showing more abandon in his excursions forward. Liverpool hoping the tide is turning. This is Frimpong. What part of the body did that come up? Gravenberch for Szoboszlai! What a save!
No, you can't. He's falling.
But now, the penalty appeals will begin in earnest. Was this a handball by Fofana?
Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. I don't think it'll be given. I think, you know, there seems to be a kind of a law whereby if a player is going to ground in the box, then, you know, he's not really in control of his arms. And he's certainly not trying to deliberately handle it.
The video assistant referee agrees with the on-field referee's call. No penalty, corner to Liverpool. But it's a game that feels like there's a goal coming. Szoboszlai to Jones. Caught him again. Hoofed away by Caldwell. Abadeshvili. Anywhere will do. Well, Philip Jorgensen has made a quite miraculous save here.
He can't hit it much better than that, Szoboszlai. He's just well positioned, the keeper. Good starting point.
Only Yuko Ekitike has scored more goals for Liverpool this season than Dominic Szoboszlai. Liverpool still searching for more impacts from their central striker today. Cody Gakpo has had the fewest touches of the ball of any player on the pitch here.
Yeah, well, I think we spoke about that in the first half.
Chelsea are preparing to make a change. There is activity down below. Reece James ready for his introduction. See why Callum McFarlane wants to change. Chelsea have long periods on top in this game, but just in recent minutes it's been all Liverpool. Too firm from Kirkes. Reece James will be keen to prove his fitness. World Cup. Over the horizon, behind to show. Goes towards 200 meters in front of the fans. Jurgen said, ooh, hearts and mouths for Chelsea fans.
The cabbage is the closest thing to
Breathing
mine.
down his neck.
Not quite a smooth batter escape.
Doesn't have flavor.
Frimpong. Taking on Hato. Missed by Malagusto. This is Ingamoa. Gravenberch. Kirkens. Takes on Cole Palmer. Swell over basketball, but it's the same for any team. Once you get that content on the backboard, surely the ball is always a free kick.
I don't know. Palmer seemed to be going down before it was even any contact.
Reece James, he's going to replace Andre Santos. Santos, who made more Premier League starts in the league this senior than he had done all season under Enzo Maresca before that. Back in the team today, prepared by Romeo Lavia. This will be a boost for Chelsea fans, the ever-popular Reece James. The only member of the current Chelsea squad who was at the club the last time they won here at Anfield. First appearance in almost 2 months for Reece James. James.
Yeah, the reaction in the crowd was anger, but Gravenberch was happy to admit that it was a foul.
Well, Gravenberch, he still made the most tackles, the most interceptions of all Liverpool players this season. Palmer fails to control this. Type was confident about it, that's what he was going to come. Oh, that's not just what he did here. The Trojans just about rectified. Reece James. Wonderful forward was ejected to try and rob the returning keeper. The foul fails to keep it in. And this will be a throw. Isak receiving his instructions. During his time, Solicitor of Romney scored 4 goals in 4 games in matches against Chelsea.
It's not going to be a throw-in for Liverpool if they go. It's a Chelsea free kick.
So Fernandez. Since the introduction of these James, now he's just got to play high wide in the right. Here we have Cucurella on the other side. Here is James. Picking up Cole Palmer. So it's got to be Rio Ingamoa who's there to allow the introduction of Reece. And that's what we have Cucurella. Good pass. The defender is Curtis Jones, and he puts it out. No, it would be a corner. It was offside against Cucurella, so free kick to Liverpool.
Yeah, he was timing the runs better in the first half. Occasionally he just about straight again.
So as we said, he was still under the Americans for the last 2 games ago. Listen to this reaction from the Anfield crowd. They are not happy that Rio Ingamoa is the player being booked. It's not a popular decision from on his side. This young man, the Liverpool fans cannot see enough of at the moment.
I'm must admit, I was surprised when I knew that it was going to be super long.
Can he add more weight to the Liverpool attack? Get those guns to play the left wing where Ivanova was located. Skrappenberg, looking for third ball. So that's a pretty full ball. So that's going to be a yellow card for Chelsea's left back.
When he turned again, it looked as if he was going to get that half a yard advantage and maybe get a cross in half the knee. He had to cover.
That is the first yellow card of the game today. We've had some forceful tackles flying in, but referee Craig Paulson kept the card in his pocket up until now. Exactly midway through the second half. Solo marking by Chelsea. His delivery is overstruck. It's another disappointment. Who wants this more? Who can dig deepest? Time stop just around over the 25 minutes maybe more to play. We'll get it back with Gakpo. Szoboszlai means a throw to Chelsea.
He's playing innocent.
Chelsea's disappointed about a 6-point defense in a row coming into today. So far, Kevin Holland has been an uptick performance. To go to the slow start today. Portuguese teams can finish the score with João Pedro. Positively, in our Curtis Jones and over with a free kick.
I say though, as aggressive as we were seeing from McAllister earlier in the second half.
The top of Rich James head. Found it straight to Curtis Jones. It was more straight.
Why he's going backwards? He put his arms in the air saying there was nothing on. He could have played it into the box.
Jones. Involved a lot more now. This is Corantone. Defensive retrieve from Correa. Obviously competitive. Spaniards would love to be representing his country in some of the World Cup games in Mexico. Jorgensen was nowhere near. So close to giving Liverpool back away.
Chelsea must have basically had an attitude of Szoboszlai not being allowed to shoot like that. Great hit.
Szoboszlai scored against Chelsea 2 seasons ago in this year at Anfield. Once again, Liverpool got 4 goals to 1.
There's a pull on the shirt. That's a bit obvious.
There's a yellow card shown by the referee towards the Chelsea technical area now. Have a look follow the actual coaches.